Call It What You Want by Alissa Derogatis tells the story of a young woman named Sloane Hart who, upon entering her senior year at Wilmington College, doesn't want love to disrupt her post-grad plans. But when she meets Ethan Brady early on into senior year, that changes. Soon, she finds herself thrust into an on-again, off-again situationship with Ethan, and despite the tumultuous nature of their relationship, one that has no labels attached to it, Sloane begins to question if what she's experiencing is love. After all, can you really call an almost relationship love if all it does is cause repeated heartbreak? When I initially decided to give this book a read, I knew exactly what to expect, seeing as, at its core, it's a story about falling for someone who doesn't feel the same way while exploring just how messy and complicated it is to navigate a dynamic like that. I myself have been in a similar situation to Sloane, and unfortunately know all too well the pain and heartache that being in an on and off situationship causes. Deep down, you're hoping that the person you're in a situationship with will choose you in the end and be ready to commit to you long term. But you know that, in reality, they'll never change and that you'll just keep getting hurt time and time again. I know exactly what that feels like, and as I was reading this book, I couldn't help but repeatedly think back to my own toxic situationship and how messy, painful, and complicated going through that was for me, seeing as I was genuinely in love with this person. And when they ultimately left me, the heartbreak that transpired was unlike anything I'd ever experienced before. It truly broke me and brought me down some very dark places that I'm glad I've since healed from. Apart from the themes, I also really liked the college aspect of this book and thought it was cool that it was set in Wilmington, North Carolina. Fun fact is that I'm originally from Greensboro and actually lived in Wilmington for a bit when I was younger. So it's very cool for me to see books that are set in North Carolina. Another thing I really liked about this book was that it was told from both Sloane and Ethan's perspectives. I felt that gave the story a whole lot more depth, which I greatly appreciated. Overall, I'd rate this book 4 out of 5 stars and would highly recommend it to anyone looking for a relatable new adult rom-com and what it's like to go through an almost relationship.